Welcome back to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you today. What a fight that was. That kind of made up for all the crap that went on this weekend. What a fight that was. I mean, Inoue dropped by a 65 to 1 favorite and then got dropped. I want to know what you guys thought of the stoppage. I'm going to take a poll in just a second. But that card saved the weekend. Unbelievable fight that was. I mean, that's my homie. If you're in the Discord, hang on. Give me 1 second. Guys, everybody roll in. It's good to have you guys aboard. Let 1 second. Guys, oh. Give me 1 second. Let me post this. Guys, rolling. Let me just post something real quick. All right, it's good to have everyone aboard. Woo! All right, I'm gonna take a poll real quick. I want your thoughts on. I'm gonna let everyone roll in. I do want everyone's thoughts on this. I'm gonna make ask a poll on the stoppage. I want everyone's thoughts on the stoppage. I thought the stoppage was premature, but I want to know what y'all thought. That is my boy. If you're in the Discord, I posted all the pictures of me and Ramon. I got a ton of them. I've done a ton of interviews with him. That's my homie. I am so proud of Ramon Cardenas right now. Was the Inoue Cardenas stoppage premature? Yes? No. All right, everyone vote in the poll. I want your thoughts. I thought that's my boy, so maybe I'm a little biased. I love the game plan. Just time him with a left hook. Just load up on the left hook and land the left hook. He did it. I mean, he fought a hell of a fight. Do you want to see it again? I want to see it again. That was a hell of a fight. If you're in the Discord, if you're in the Patreon, I gave you guys a 3-leg parlay. That hit. Obviously, I missed on Eddie Vasquez. That didn't work out. Long shot. I thought Eddie Vasquez was going to make it real, but I gave you guys a 3-leg parlay that for either fighter to be knocked down in that fight, as well as Polanco and Aleem on the money line. So a little 3-leg parlay that hit for you guys. The odds on that weren't great, but today for me was the wash. I made a little bit of money on that, and I gave it back on the Eddie Vasquez fight, so it's all good. It was a little wash for me. I knew that parlay was going to hit, so whatever I won on that, that's obviously going to hit. I'll just wager that on Vasquez, and Vasquez missed. It is what it is, But the guys take the poll. Everyone get in the poll. Everyone take the poll. All right. Let me get through some of these. Let me get through some of your chats. All right. Romeo, the one of my favorite trolls. It's good to have you. What happened to Vasquez? Exactly what I said. I don't remember what you said, Romeo. Did you say that he's going to get stopped in 6 or 7? Is that what you said? I know you like to troll my chat and call muscles steroids, and that's cool. Like, it is what it is. This card saved the weekend. Rondo's absolutely right. This card saved the weekend. Morning, great fight card, amazing fight card. That fight saved the weekend. Inoue is the GOAT. He's special. He is special. But you can see Tim Bradley called it out. You can time him. You can counter him. He's got some flaws, and Cardenas did the best he could. I'm so proud of that kid right now. He went toe to toe with the best fighter on planet Earth and dropped him. He got stopped. I thought the stop was premature. I thought it was okay. I mean, it did seem like it was a matter of time. He was getting broken down, but he went in there balls to the wall looking to get that stoppage. I could not have been more proud of him. The game plan I thought was masterful. You weren't going to sit there and beat him for 12 rounds. He's got power. He's got great timing. Let's just drop him. Let's end it all at one time. Hell of a job, man. Hell of a performance. Amazing fight card. Amazing night of boxing. Truly, truly special night. Inoue fight saves the weekend. What a fight that was. Is that the fight of the year? Is that, I mean, so far, is that the fight of the year? Is it what comes to mind ahead of that? It's good to have everyone. It's good to have everyone in there. Espinosa. Yeah, Espinosa was brilliant. You know, in the Vasquez fight, Espinosa is better than I thought. And you know, look, Vasquez hit him 150 times. Vasquez hit him a ton. He just didn't have any power. The difference in power really was the difference in that fight. Espinosa shots broke down Vasquez, and Vasquez shots did nothing. Nothing at all to Espinosa. Espinosa walked through every single one of them. And that was largely the difference in the fight. But Vasquez was on him. Vasquez fought the fight I thought he was supposed to fight. It wasn't good enough. You know, what are you going to do? No. In a way, the Michael Jordan of boxing. Hey, Muscles, did you put that parlay in, the one that you sent me that had the knockdown, the under 1.5 knockdowns on Vasquez, and then way better fight card than the whole Canelo card? Yeah, way better. Way better. That was the only watchable fight card this week. What up, BC? What up, BC? B Flynn is in the house. B Flynn says, I pray they do not feed my boy Nick Ball to the monster. Let him fight Nakano first. Cardenas was throwing nukes out there. Respect. He was loading up. He was trying to land Hiroshima out there, man. That was wild. He was getting beaten up. I want him to fight Neary. That fight would be fire. You want Cardenas to fight Neary? Yeah, Kristen. Shout out to Kristen. I think this is a hell of an idea from Kristen. I didn't even think of that. He was getting beaten up. Okay, we just read that. What up, Chris? It's good to have you aboard. Twice in a way knocked down by same punch. Can Nick Ball land same shot? Does Nick Ball have that kind of power, though? Nick Ball can hit, no question about it. But it's got to come all at once, and it's got to be quick. I didn't see that fellow talking reckless who beat on Vasquez in all manners and heads with Espinosa. I don't know what this is. I didn't see that fella talking reckless who bet on Vasquez in all manners and heads with Espinosa. I don't know. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Cardenas came to fight unlike Garcia. You got that right. You got that right. Kristen Mach says the Conor Ben versus Eubank is also a. Oh, yeah, that's true, Kristen. Very good point, Kristen. Kristen's on point today. Gold star for Kristen. That's true, Kristen. Gary, your boy Cardenas was awesome, came to win, and still didn't want to quit. That Mexican fight, you got that right, man. I'm so proud of that kid, man. Like, I want to give that kid a big hug right now. Humble crumble. I think Ball can land it for sure, but I worry he's too willing to take damage to do it. And Inoue can easily make him pay. I never saw anyone stand up to the power of Inoue like that. That was wild what Cardenas was able to do. The way that Cardenas was able to stand up and take those shots. He had him hurt earlier. What round did this end? In the 7th? In the 6th, he had him hurt bad, and he recovered, and then he was baiting him in to land the left hook again. Yes, when Nick Ball takes a lot of shots. Espinosa or Carrington at featherweight? That's a really good question, man. We'll get to that, but that's a really good question, Humble Crumble. Haney versus Ramirez fight of the year. Yes. Love from UK. It's 5 a.m. It's good to have you, fellow Mike. It's good to have you. Canelo versus Skull fight of the year for guys are got full of jokes today. What's up, C. Miller? It's been a while since I got on one of your streams. Thanks for your reviews. I know I should have bet in a way around 7 to 12. Cardenas is tough. I just bet either fighter to be knocked down. I knew that was going to hit. Put the house on Inoue in round 7 to 12. Just glad Cardenas made it to 8. He made it to 8. That's what it was. Hell of a performance, man. Cardenas, man. Woo! That was spicy, man. That was spicy. I was watching it with my wife because my wife knows Ramon too, and I was telling him because they go to the scorecards and after 5 or whatever they had it even or Ramon was up or whatever. And I said the scorecards are completely irrelevant. This is not going the distance. Someone is going to sleep, and it ended up. I thought a premature stoppage, but I mean I'm just so proud of my guy right now. I'm so proud of my guy right now. What's next weekend looking like? We're gonna get to next week. We're gonna get to next week in just a second. We're gonna get to next week. All right. I think I'm all caught up, guys. Any questions, comments, thoughts, super chats? Let me know. Put them in the comment section. Questions, comments, thoughts, super chats. Put them in the comment section. I will get to all of them. You bet your house on that. All right. Wood versus Kachachi. Is that Wood versus Kachachi? I'll pull up next week. Yeah, I'll pull up next week. Let me get to next one. Let me check my poll real quick. You guys vote in the poll. Everyone vote in the poll. Everybody vote in the poll. Oh, wow. Okay, you guys don't think it was a premature stoppage. All right, everyone vote in the poll. It's only got 21 votes. Everyone vote. You guys think the stoppage was fine. I thought it was premature. All right. You guys, all right. Fair enough. Kachachi beats Wood. I got to get to the tape. Too early. Yeah. There you go, Jab. I think that stop was early. It was early. Cardenas was fine. It did look like the beginning of the end. It did look like he was breaking down. All right. They haven't updated this yet. All right, Muay Thai. I'm working on that video. All right, so yeah, you guys got this. All right, let me get over this and we'll get back to your comments. So next week, all they have up is the Muay Thai fight and the Navarrete fight. I'm working on Muay Thai today. I'm going to try to have that video out tonight. I still got some time. The night's fairly young. I'm going to try to get this video out to you guys tonight. I will be going live tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday. I'm going to try to do 2 lives tomorrow. We got Morataya, we got Navarrete. I just don't know if we have enough content to go live twice tomorrow. Let me look at the pro boxing odds. Let me get pro boxing odds pulled up. They got anything else? All right, we got some. Okay, so let me pull this up. Here's what we got. Here's all the fights next week. We got Kurt Walker and Liam Davies in an interesting fight. Oh, Liam Davies is a minus 350, minus 400. That's interesting. Kachachi and Wood. I do like Kachachi in that fight. But that'll be an interesting fight to bet. And then we got the Muay Thai fight. We got the Adriel Holmes fight at plus 205 with Lubin. That's an interesting fight. Charlie Suarez and Navarrete. That could be an upset special. And then Kazaoka and Fernando Daniel Martinez. I think it's past. I think it's past Kazaoka now. I think his best days are past. So we got an interesting card next week. We definitely have some interesting fights next week. Next week should be cool. It's not this week. It's not as good as this week, but we got all of this week ended up pretty much sucking until Sunday night. The Vasquez fight was at least entertaining, and then the Cardenas fight was I mean, Cardenas and Inoue was, that was something. Wow. All right. So we got some decent fights. So I'm gonna try to go live twice tomorrow. I'm gonna reach out to my British guy. I'm gonna try to have him join me. All right, I'm gonna have some good content for you guys. Maybe Muscles, maybe Chilltown can join me. We got a lot of content. We got some good stuff to break down. So this was a bizarre week. Obviously, everyone missed on Ryan Garcia, knockout props, all that stuff. I actually hit 3 of my 4 parlays. I did a parlay Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those all hit. I gave you guys actually 5 parlays, and 4 of them hit. So shout out Edward Gordon. Just got a super cash out from him. Appreciate you, Edward Gordon. Appreciate you, my man. Guys, we did hit today. I gave you guys 4 parlays. 3 of them hit. I'm just saying the one that didn't hit was Ryan Garcia. And then Eddie Vasquez obviously did not win, which I thought he had a real chance of winning. Let me get through some of these. All right. Let me get through some of these. It was definitely premature. Thank you, Jab. I thought it was premature. It was a top-ranked stoppage. I like to call it. Yeah, I think the stoppage itself was premature, but it did look like the end was near for my boy. It did look like the end was nearing. Do you guys want to see the fight again? Would you guys want to see the rematch again? Would you want to see the rematch? Fair stoppage, in my opinion. Cardenas was taking damage at the end. He was getting hit a lot. I mean, he was taking some damage. Where is 79 Pros at? What happened to your Vasquez bet? Hedge with Espinosa via decision. Is 79 Pros in the house? 79 Pros. I don't remember exactly what your bet is. I think it was a fair enough stoppage. Didn't see any adjustment from Cardenas that made me believe he was going to shift the. The plan was obvious. He was just going to try to time him with a left hook and load up on the left hook. That was the plan. You know, it wasn't going to change. If they vote again, he'll fight with the same game plan. Top Rank loved them early stoppages. Yeah. I prefer that stoppage over Cardenas getting seriously hurt. You know, that's fair. You know, Cardenas was starting to take some shots. I just felt like he wasn't that badly hurt. Yeah. Exponential damage from the monster. All right, but let me ask you, if it wasn't the monster in the ring, if it was just someone else, some other 122 pound, if it was Stephen Fulton, if it was somebody else, would you still stop the fight, or was the it was the fact that it was the monster teeing off? Does that get the earlier stoppage? Emmanuel Navarrete is fighting Charlie Suarez. That's going to be a really good fight. That is a really good fight. I'm going to get to that. So I'm going to get you the Muay Thai video out tonight. And then after that, I'm going to get you guys Charlie Suarez and Navarrete, which I think that may be an upset, guys. I got to get to the tape, but preliminarily, off the top of my head, before I get to really break down the tape, to me, that's got upset written all over it. Does Robert Garcia still train Muay Thai? Yeah, Robert Garcia still trains Muay Thai. Polanco not getting the knockout message. Yeah, I thought he may get that, but I was not about to parlay that. I knew that McDonald was not going to be an easy guy to knock out. I thought, if that's a 12-rounder, I think he gets him. He hit him with that body shot at the end of the 10th round. I think he gets him. Honestly, if it's a 12-round fight, McDonald may not even get up from that body shot. That was a really good body shot, but there was 20, 30 seconds left in the fight. He got up and finished it. Told my test had bad takes. I want to hear from him. Old sucker. You said Kurt Walker. I thought you said Kurt Harper the Hurt. No. Kurt Walker. Terrible. It didn't work out. Yeah, Vasquez bet didn't work out. Yo, what up, D? What up, D? What'd you think of our Texan Ramon? If they didn't stop the Cardenas fight, was going to get badly hurt. Let's get Espinosa versus Inoue next, for real. I don't really want to see Inoue go up to 26. I said after the Doheny fight, I think this is as high as he goes. I mean, I think he's going to roll the dice at 26, but I don't think he should. Like, there's weight classes for a reason. Homeboy started at 108. He started at 108, right? I mean, it's enough. Amazing night. Truly, truly amazing night. God bless Japanese and Mexican fighters. You got that right, D. You got that right. When you put the two together, you always get an explosion. That should be the new rivalry. Mexico versus Japan. Lost a lot of money on the Vasquez pick. I don't know why you bet that much on it. He was Vasquez by decision, which is why I bet was minus 1,000. I put $200 on it. I put 500 on that 3-leg parlay, the knockdown prop, the Polanco, and a lean money line. I put 500 on that. That made me 200, and then I put 200 on Vasquez to make 2,000, and that lost. Vasquez by decision. There you go, D. Vote my poll. Stoppage was a little early, but it wasn't going to get better. I agree with this comment right here. I tend to agree with that. James says, you whipped on Teal badly, only saved because your bro missed the text. Let's be real here. All right. The same guy who picked Barbosa. Yes, because Inoue could give you a career-altering beating. I'd rather see Cardenas fight another day. It's valid. Valid point in terms of psychologically favoring Inoue. Polanco messed up the second parlay. Texas represented type. Both guys made us proud and helped save our weekend. Yeah, without the Texans, this weekend sucks. Let's be real. What are you even going on about, James? Are you happy that you're minus 1,100 Espinosa bet being underdog Vasquez? I said if Vasquez stayed on the inside, he would win. He didn't stay on the inside. Simple. He couldn't. Yeah, his shots just didn't have any effect. Vasquez's shots just didn't have any effect on Espinosa at all. Like, he walked through him. Vasquez was hitting him clean 1,000 times with clean shots. Like, power shots. They just did nothing to him. The most impressive thing I saw from Cardenas, besides a boxing IQ that I didn't quite expect, was the confidence to take shots from Inoue. Yeah, like I said, this is my boy. If you're in the Discord, I post a bunch of pictures with me and him. That's my guy. I've had an impact on his career. He is a great dude. He's one of my favorite people in the sport of boxing. I knew he was coming to fight, and I knew that's why I said I don't think this goes the distance. I don't think this goes the distance. Jab Zuda says Inoue probably walks around 140. 126 should be cool. He said he'd be like 138 fight night. So I want to put that in perspective. In the Raymond Ford fight, when Eddie Vasquez fought Raymond Ford, Eddie Vasquez in the ring that night weighed 152 pounds. I know this because I'm very close with his team. Eddie Vasquez is one of my other closest people in the sport of boxing. His managers and I are very, very close. He weighed 152 pounds in the ring. If Inoue is weighing 138 in the ring, think about that. He'd be outweighed by 14 pounds in the ring by Vasquez. Now, Vasquez is a very big 126 pounder. Most guys aren't walking around that way. If he's weighing 138, he'll probably be okay. I still don't think it's his best weight class. Just stay at 122. Mexican versus Japan rivalry has been around for ages. You know it has been. It was a really good YouTube video showing all the great rivalries. Yeah, no, they have great fights, Kristen. Absolutely. I literally just claimed this was the biggest possibility for an upset. I didn't say Vasquez. Yeah, guys, when you bet on a guy that's minus 1,000, I mean, when you bet on a guy by decision who's plus 1,000, it's a long shot. You guys just saw the Kentucky Derby, right? You're betting on a long shot. Okay. Like, you can bet on Espinosa, and that's fine. He's minus 1,100. What did you make? What kind of money did you make on that bet? I got Cardenas as a 50-1 dog and got to cash out 3 times my bet. So, look at that, Kristen. The real says, preaching right now. Talk to him, bro. You guys got to understand what it is to bet. Like, you could bet on Espinosa. It didn't make any money. The smart bet was Vasquez by decision. And I stand that it was plus 1,000. And then you can hedge it with other things. But that was the smart bet. His IQ is underrated, but the overconfidence about Inoue's power was a mistake. Was it, though? Like, D, How is he possibly going to fight? That is, he fought the best fighter on planet Earth. How is he going to do any better than that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is he going to do better than that? That's as good as it got for Ramon, right? Like, what else was he going to do? You know what I'm saying? I like the game plan. I like the confidence. Am I any more convinced about the Nakatani? Yeah, beats Inoue after the fight. I think Nakatani wins, possibly. Nakatani's for real, maybe. B. Flynn says, at PYP Boxing, I think I agree with you. To be honest, not sure how you beat Inoue without going toe-to-toe, though the left hook was impressive. I almost jumped through my ceiling when Cardenas put down Inoue. Same exact shot that nearly put him down with. Yep. Sure shuts his mouth when he has to defend his line to focus. Clint. I'm like, James is here to troll a little bit. We know that. James is here to troll. It's cool. People got to recognize that a moonshot is a moonshot. I put $20 on Cardenas by stoppage because plus 4,400 was a steal. Yeah, it didn't hit, but not everything hits. UDs are UDs for a reason. Underdogs for a reason. 100%. The issue is 79 Pros talking reckless. I want him to realize it has nothing to do with the fight, and I don't take minus 1,000 bets. It's getting spicy today. Y'all are getting spicy today. All right. Appreciate everyone in here. All right. So, again, I want to just roll through everything. I'll be going live tomorrow at least once, maybe twice. I'm going to try to do 2 shows tomorrow. We'll see. I'll do 2 shows today. 1 show. He's the best fighter on planet Earth, man. He's the best fighter on planet Earth, and he's the best little man ever. Now, when I say little man, what I mean is anything below 126. 126 and below. So if he went to 126, he'd no longer be in my classification as a little man. Once you get to featherweight, I don't consider you a little man. Super bantamweight and below. So he should just stay the best little man ever and not go to 126. I really don't think he needs to go to 126. Just like De La Hoya didn't need to go to 160. You don't need to go that high. And I don't think I don't think Crawford has to go to 160 or 168 or whatever the hell weight he's fighting Canelo at. 154, Crawford is absolutely maxed out. Just stay at 154. Just stay there. There's no reason to go any higher. D says, I mean, in terms of boxing, overconfident and standing in front of him too long, waiting on a counter. Anyway, caught him and made the adjustment to duck. Next time I see you, I want to talk about this because I agree with the game plan. Like I couldn't come up with a better one. If Ramon's got that set of balls and that set of time and that kind of timing, this is what we're gonna do, man. Like, all right. Next time I see you, I want to break this down a little bit. I want to chop this up a little bit. Exactly, B. Flynn. James 79 literally just made a bet for it to go the distance in an underdog fight, and it didn't. What's the issue? Didn't go the distance. What are you gonna do? I can tell you got bad breath, bro. Why are you messing with that chat where people just want to talk and enjoy boxing? Well said, B. Flynn. Well said, B. Flynn. He carried on like a scorned woman and tried to attack. Gary doesn't act like that at all when he could. Maturity. People ought to be held accountable. I was wrong about Eddie Vasquez. I hit on 4 out of my 5 parlays this week. I'm not that upset about being that wrong about Eddie Vasquez. It cost me $200. I just made $200 on a 3-leg parlay that was a gimme that I give you guys. All right. All right. Let me check my poll again. Guys, vote in the poll if you have not. I want to get the final results of my poll here. We got 29 votes in. You guys don't think the fight would stop prematurely? All right. I'm going to end this in just a minute. All in all, it was a pretty good week. How did you guys do this week? For me, all in all, like I said, I hit on 4 of my 5 parlays. I hit on a parlay yesterday. I had the over on the Badu Jack fight. And I had Canelo by stop. I had Canelo on the money line, and there was another money line bet on it too. All right, let me get back to this. This is spicy today, guys. It's spicy today. Jeb says, we appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate y'all. And again, I want to just thank y'all one more time. April 2025, and I started this in August. I guess September was my first full month of 2023. This was the biggest month I've ever had by far in terms of views and in terms of watch hours. And I just want to thank you guys for that. It means the world to me. You guys come out and support me. It was also my biggest month in terms of revenue, obviously. Super chats, the watch hours, the view, everything that YouTube puts into the algorithm. I just really, really appreciate, guys. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It was my biggest month by far in terms of watch hours and in terms of views and in terms of revenue. I appreciate you guys more than you could imagine. Exactly. The Real says, exactly, James. Just happy that he was right about a minus 11 being underdog. He might be right at that. Celebrate. This is spicy today. Drew, it was a great plan. Just wanted Ramon to settle down and be a bit more cautious. Yeah, no, that's fair. Garcia screwed up everything. I only hit on Rolly and the Badu Jack fight to go over. Didn't lose very much. I kept my bet small usually. Thank you, B. Flynn. You deserve it, bro. You keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate it, guys. We're growing the channel. I don't even know how big I want the channel to get. I just did this originally because people didn't believe me on how good I was on betting. So I was like, all right, well, I want to document it, and now it's documented. And I got a channel here. I got 2,400 subs or whatever it is. Like, I got a ton of watch hours. I've made some revenue now. Like, I'm making some decent revenue off of this. I just appreciate you guys, man. It's not the gamble, it's his behavior. What is so hard to understand, Gary? IFW, I appreciate that. Wouldn't be here if I didn't. Like muscles too. I appreciate it, James. My boy Lee Van, if you hit on Rolly, that's a good weekend. Yeah. The Real says, for real, Gary, he's built a great community here. Appreciate you, 3D. I appreciate you, Real. I appreciate everyone in the chat here. I know it's on the East Coast, it's 12:30 on a Sunday morning. I know everyone's probably buzzing after that fight. I just want to give my boy Ramon a big hug and just thank him for everything, man. Like Ramon, I got a really good relationship with him. That is one of my good friends. James Earth, bro, you're the one killing the vibe. Stop talking about behavior. Everyone be chill. Everyone must have overlooked the Bacoli versus Ajagba fight. That was one of the best fights I've ever seen. Bacoli versus Ajagba was one of the best fights you've ever seen, Adam? Really? It was the best fight of Friday, Saturday. It was the best fight. Inoue saved my weekend. What did you have? You had Inoue by like stoppage in the second half. Or what bet did you have, Sagu? The Bacoli fight was great. Not sure it was a draw. I thought Badu should have been a draw, low key. The Real says, with all due respect, there's a lot better fights out there, and I love watching Bacoli, but it could have been a way better. Yeah, I had it 6-4 for Bacoli. Oh, no. I had it 6-4 for FA. I'm sorry. I had it 6-4 for FA. I thought he was up 6-1 and gave away the last 3 rounds of the fight. And then, like, once it's 6-4, it's like, is there anything we can flip? And 2 of the judges, I guess, flipped the third. That was really the only other round I could see you flipping. And it was 5-5. Inoue by stoppage and a Canelo decision minus 150. Bang, I believe. Nice bet there, Sagu. Yeah, I thought that, yeah. I thought he did too. I mean, it was close, and it was close at the end because I felt FA gave away the last 3 rounds, but I still didn't think he gave away enough rounds for it to be a draw. Adam disagrees with everyone. That's cool. I'm gonna wrap. I'm all for James. We need a villain. Yeah, no, James is great. James, come by anytime you want, man. I appreciate you. Love having you on, James. Hope you're on every day. All right, I'm going to end this poll. 36 votes. It's not getting much closer. It's getting a little closer. 61-39. No, you guys don't think the poll was premature. You don't think the stoppage was premature. All right, I'm going to end this now. Guys, if you have any last-minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, leave them now or forever hold your peace. It was a hell of a night. The two Texans made it that way. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to Texas. We'll be back next week. Got a decent fight card. Got a decent pile of fights next week. We'll get into all of that. Let me just read these last couple comments. Can't have Batman without Joker for real. I'd rather have James here than the guy that had a crush on you. Yeah, the homosexual that was in here. That said he was a closeted homosexual. I don't know what that was about. Several cards next week, too. Yeah, we got some good cards next week. We'll make some more money next week. Texas, you got that right. What you know about the Texas boys? We them Texas boys. Take it easy, y'all. Man, I just hope people accountable for what they say. Expect the same. All right, y'all. This was interesting today. Appreciate everyone. Be live tomorrow. Catch y'all tomorrow. Real sense from Arkansas to the world. I'm out. It's May 4th, 2025 from Texas to the world. Thank y'all and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.